So the function that we are going to see today is from the topic Q, and the function that we are going to see is peak. So we already know, or we have already seen the function peak in the concept of stack. And what does peak means? What is this function doing? It is going to return the top value. Okay, it is going to return the topmost value inside your stack or inside your queue. Now here in this queue concept, we don't use top, we use the concept as front. So in this case, it is going to return the front value. Clear? It is going to return front value because we use front in the concept of queue. So in this, we are going to see this particular condition. The condition is empty. We already know this condition. Why am I going to check is empty condition? Because if there is no element inside my queue, there is no point of fetching the topmost element. So I am going to check this condition. How do I check it? Front equal to -1. So I know it that when my queue is empty, when there are no elements inside my queue, my front and my rear both points to -1. Right? But rear is something which is used for inserting the elements. Front is something which is used for deleting the elements. Front will always point to the top element. So that's the reason why I check this condition that front equal to -1. If my front is -1, that means my queue is empty. And I print it. Now, here I am trying to fetch the value. Value of what? Wherever my front is pointing. Because peak function says that it will return the topmost value or the value at the front. So the value at the front. Now this is my queue. The name of my queue is also queue, which I have already taken up in my program. So queue and queue of front. So wherever is my front, it is going to fetch the value of that front. If it is -1, I am printing that my queue is empty. But else, if my front is pointing anywhere in the queue, it is going to return that value, and that value is going to be my topmost. Imagine this as your queue, 10, 20, 30. Visually you can understand that 10 is the topmost value and your front will be pointing here. Suppose you delete this value. I hope you remember how we delete the value. We increment our front. So my front is pointing here. Now, as a user, I want to see that which is the value at my top. So I'll use peak function and I'll fetch this value. So whichever value is in front, that is supposed to be printed. Very simple. That is what is your peak function. Clear?